Welcome back. We're joined by Brianna Mittelsteadt with Red Door Pediatric Therapy in Bismarck.
And today we are talking about sensory processing. So good morning, Brianna.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, can we start by talking about what sensory processing is?
Yes, so sensory is a big realm of things, but just a quick definition. Sensory processing is how the nervous system interprets information and the brain processes it. So this includes things like touch, hearing, vision, what we see, as well as like body awareness. So
what do you mean body awareness?
So where your body is in space. So you and I know that, when we're sitting here, our hands are in front of us, or our hands are behind us. So that's what body awareness is. So sometimes kiddos that have sensory processing difficulties may have difficulty interpreting or receiving this information, and you may see like negative or what we call maladaptive responses. So yeah.
So when we talk about some like everyday occurrences that might happen around some of these children with those issues, haircuts might be something you want to talk about.
Yes, haircuts are a big one. So think about when we go to the salon. We may feel that it's relaxing or fun for us. It's a good experience. So kiddos with sensory processing difficulties may not think that. They may think that's a negative experience or really scary. So for instance, kiddos that have auditory or what we call hearing difficulties or defensiveness, this might be hard for them. They might come to the salon when it's busy, and it may be hard for them to interpret all that information. The music in the background is playing, the other people talking, that's really hard for kiddos with sensory processing difficulties.
So they're just having a difficult time separating the white noise, for lack of a better term, from the actual conversation or things like that. So they're hearing the buzz of the clipper, and they're feeling someone touching their scalp that they're not used to, that kind of thing.
Right.
So it's all encompassing.
Right. So kiddos that have tactile or touch defensiveness may have difficulties with the stylist touching their shoulders or their hair, or getting their hair washed or styled may be hard for them. You may see kiddos have a hard time sitting still, or they may run away, cover their ears if it's too loud. That's always hard for kiddos. If there's a lot of noise coming in, they may cover their ears in order to avoid those situations, or cry. Yeah. Sometimes they're even defensive.
Mm-hmm. What do you do? How do you handle that?
So just some quick tips on how to handle some of those situations. So if a kiddo is auditory or hearing defensive, you may want to consider choosing a time that the salon isn't so busy. So a morning appointment or a mid-afternoon appointment when there's not a lot of people in the salon. You may skip a step altogether. So blow dryers are a big thing for kiddos if that's going to be their trigger. You might want to skip that step altogether. Allow the kiddo to bring headphones or a movie to watch that's a positive experience for them versus making it negative.
Divert attention, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Is it age sensitive? Is there an age that's more prominent?
No, not really. So typically if a kiddo gets a haircut at the age of 3, sometimes sooner, sometimes later, sensory isn't really age related. It can go from birth to however old. A lot of adults have sensory difficulties that we just deal with. So some tactile or touch strategies that one may do is use a scissors versus the clippers. Eliminate the step of hair washing, or just altogether the styling of the hair at the end.
Find ways to make it work for you.
Exactly, yes.
So whether it's sensory processing or any other issue, here's where you can get a hold of Brianna or the people at Red Door Pediatrics. They're on North 19th Street. The phone number is right there, reddoorpediatric.com. Thank you, Brianna.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back with more on North Dakota Today.